Hello, everyone. John Coleman here. Can you believe it? It's the 2nd of July when I'm recording this. It's scary to think that half the year is over. The longest day of the year has passed us by. And I am currently talking to people about buying houses in 2026. Um, where is my life going? Anyway, today we're going to discuss the following. Just basic supply and demand conditions in the mortgage market based on a couple of reports that have come out in the last couple of weeks, one from Bank of Ireland and then one in the Irish Independent that I'll just talk you through. Okay, this is the monthly Bank of Ireland report. Basically, I've just started with prices. Year on year, prices have gone up by basically 7.5%. In Dublin, it was 6.2, and outside Dublin, 8.6. Right. This, for me, the key piece of information here is 10,800 properties are basically for sale. That's an historic low. Like pre-COVID, there would have been about 20,000 houses for sale on the market. So I'm going to just show you the demand now in a second. We'll just keep that figure in mind. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to switch reports. So this is an article in the Irish Independent last week, right? And you can see from the year to date, there were 43,000 mortgage approvals. Now, with only 20,000 houses on the market for sale, you can see how it's hugely out of balance, out of sync. So anyone that's expecting house prices to fall in the short term, even if something weird goes on in the world, such as a war, like because of this figure with interest rates, and I keep saying this, with interest rates that went up, COVID that came up, the house prices didn't fall. And this is really down to the supply factor of such a low supply base that with the high level of demand, the price can't fall unless something seismic happens to demand. I just don't see this happening. Okay, so that would be another important factor to keep into account when you're going looking for homes, that you're going to be battling against a lot of other people who are looking for the same house. So keep that in mind. But the advice I always give people when you're buying a home is you've got to be taking a long-term view, because while I don't see house prices falling in the next year or two, hard to know what might happen thereafter. Okay, so if you take a long-term view, you take a lot of the risk out of the equation. So going back to the Bank of Ireland report, and basically affordability, which is really a keyword for interest rates, the European Central Bank again reduced their rates during the month, and they're now at pretty much 2% across the board. That's the European Central Bank rate. Okay, the banks here still have been very, very slow in bringing their rates down. There is one expected further reduction of maybe about a quarter percent. That's anticipated in the market, even with all the shenanigans of the trade war that Donald Trump is engaging in. But there is still an expectation that rates will come down by one more, and then it should see it plateau out. So what impact that will have, well, it certainly isn't going to reduce demand if rates aren't going to go up. So again, referring to what I was saying earlier on, it's still very, very much a seller's market at this moment in time. Okay, hope I haven't scared everyone off with the prices and the supply and demand predictions, but I just think it's important to be properly educated. I also would like to apologize for my voice being a little husky. I was away at a musical festival at the weekend, and I was over singing, shall we say. So hopefully next month you'll have me back speaking properly, and hopefully being more upbeat. But at the same time, it's when you're looking to buy a home, you need to have all the information to hand so you can make yourself informed decisions. So thanks all for listening. Obviously, if you have any particular questions in relation to itself, you'll see a link to my calendar. You can always book a call with me or drop a mail, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, all the best for now.